mean, I think we were better on them, obviously, in the last game. But others hurt us. Other guys, other areas, offensive rebounds, and giving up some threes, especially early. I think we were solid on them, but let everybody else get loose, kind of opposite of the last game.
You were talking after the road trip of trying to get tougher again, nasty, I think was the word you used. Did you see that in the second half? Even in a loss, could you gain from this game in that regard?
Yeah, the second half was much better, improved in a lot of areas, and obviously just looking at the scoring, 35-35 first two quarters, and 20-26 in the third and fourth, and so we got to be more consistent. That's what it really comes down to, and so for us, improvement in the second half. We won it by 6 points and had our chance, down 93-90, missed some free throws, missed some easy putbacks, and ballooned up to 98-90 really quickly off some mistakes. So we had our chances, and I think our focus was better, attention to detail on certain guys, and then to your point, we did a decent job on Jaylen Brown and Jason all night. Just the others hurt us, especially offensive rebounds for some of their bigs.
Nate Williams
show
got
me something these last couple nights.
Amen. Yeah, he's continuing to improve, picking his spots. He needs to continue to understand when to be aggressive, when to find guys. That balance there, him attacking all the time, and as well as how teams are guarding him. It's just us using him different ways. As a screener at times, he's a guy initiating out of PHOs when the big is back, and so, but at the same time, not settling for the shots they want him to take, taking the shots he wants to get into his sweet spot, his mid-range pull-ups, and some of those things, and getting out of transition. So when he does that, he's good. I mean, it's a learning curve and process for him until the shot improves. Teams are going to guard him certain lineups and matchups, and you got to get better, obviously, but we got to put him in some positions to succeed as well.
Nate Williams got more minutes tonight maybe than usual. What did you think of his minutes?
He was solid. I think he really good in the first half, gave us a nice spark. Him and Aaron came in and were very aggressive. Loved his defense as well, picked up full court and kind of got into those guys, and you saw him and Aaron change the pace of the game a little bit on that end. But he was good. I mean, he's a guy that, it's funny to say this because he doesn't play a lot. We're very confident in and kind of know who he is and what he does. But obviously the logjam at all the positions that we have, the wings, he doesn't get a lot of time, obviously. But when he does, he always seems to really play well, and he's done that in the preseason every chance he's gotten so far. So good night for him.
I saw you kind of remark to Alpern early about the foul hunting, to kind of get off that. Do you think he's improved about that as the game went on tonight?
Yeah, he did. In general, the big thing with him or our guards as well is the reads at the rim, especially when they're playing with 2 7-footers in there. Instead of challenging, G. Nathan kind of learned that tonight. You penetrate and you draw these bigs, you got to find your outlets, and so the reads is a big thing. And with Alpern, it's really like I've always told him, go score, go make a play for somebody else. Don't look for fouls. You're just wasting your time. And so, you score a few times, you loosen him up, you'll get into his up and under, his pump fakes, and some of his footwork. But hunting fouls, it's kind of a losing proposition as far as that. Half the time you don't get them, half the time you miss a shot you would have probably made if you just went for it.
Talk about what you're getting from Dylan and how you're seeing him. He's been shooting the ball really well, especially in the
Yeah, back to what he did to start the year. We're missing that physicality and that defensive energy on a night-to-night basis, and so having him back kind of plugs one of those holes. But just got to get consistent across the board with everybody, and so at times still fouling too much the types of fouls more than anything. Like I said, we're an aggressive defensive team, but the fouling of shooters has been a hindrance all year, and I think that goes across the board. But Dylan coming back helps us out. Obviously, missing Tari and him that was a big blow to us on that road trip, and you saw it with the defensive numbers. But he's been very efficient this year, shooting the ball well, taking what the teams give him. So happy with both ends.
Amen had that baseline cut for a dunk and then the putback dunk as well. How nice is it to have a weapon that is a point guard who can also hang around the dunker spot and kind of wreak havoc, so to speak?
Yeah, and like I said, we know who he's being guarded by in some areas that he can really be effective, and so he's really good down there, cutting off the ball and then working behind Alpy in the post. And so, teams that do that give others a lot of trouble in the past, and Milwaukee comes to mind specifically with Drew Holiday down there getting a lot of offensive rebounds. And so that's his niche right now until he improves the shooting, like I mentioned. And so ways to impact the game, he's finding ways, and we're putting him in some different spots, and he's working out well there.
Thank you.